What if the real reason football stars can keep running, turning, sprinting, and fighting for the ball deep into the final minutes is not only their training, but the quiet decisions they make with every meal? We often see World Cup players under bright stadium lights, moving with explosive speed and unbelievable stamina, and it is easy to believe their bodies are simply different from ours. But behind that power is a daily pattern of eating that supports energy, muscle repair, hydration, and recovery. And here is the encouraging truth. You do not need to be an elite athlete to borrow the wisdom behind their nutrition. For many middle-aged and older adults, food is not about chasing trophies. It is about waking up with steadier energy, protecting muscles, supporting the heart, moving with less heaviness, and feeling more in control of the body as the years go by. In this video, we are going to look at what top footballers usually focus on in their diets, including lean protein, smart carbohydrates, healthy fats, hydration, and recovery meals. But we will not treat this like a strict athlete's meal plan. Instead, we will translate these habits into simple, realistic choices you can use in everyday life. Because the real lesson from football stars is not perfection. It is consistency. They fuel before effort, recover after effort, and respect the body's need for water, sleep, and nourishment. And when you understand that rhythm, every meal becomes more than food. It becomes a quiet investment in strength, movement, and long-term health. The first nutrition secret elite footballers understand is that food is fuel, not punishment, not confusion, and not something to fear. Before a player steps onto the field, their body needs energy that can last. That is why smart carbohydrates are so important. Many people hear the word carbs and immediately think they must avoid them, especially as they get older or worry about weight, blood sugar, or belly fat. But the real question is not simply, are carbohydrates bad? The better question is, what kind of carbohydrates am I choosing and how is my body using them? Footballers often rely on foods like oats, rice, potatoes, whole grain bread, fruit, beans, and vegetables because these foods help refill energy stores in the muscles. For everyday life, this means you do not need to eat like an athlete before a championship match, but you can learn the principle. If your breakfast is only a sweet pastry and coffee, your energy may rise quickly and then drop. But if your breakfast has oats with fruit, eggs with whole grain toast, or yogurt with berries and a small handful of nuts, your body receives steadier fuel. The problem is unstable energy. The solution is choosing slower, more nourishing carbohydrates. The benefit is that you may feel less tired, less hungry, and less tempted by snacks later in the day. Imagine starting your morning not with a sharp sugar rush, but with a calm, steady flame that carries you through your walk, your errands, your work, or your time with family. That is the same basic wisdom athletes use, simply brought down to a realistic daily level. The second nutrition secret is lean protein, because muscles do not protect themselves by accident. Football stars train hard, so their muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. They need protein to repair that tissue and stay powerful. But this lesson may be even more important as we age. After middle age, many people slowly lose muscle without noticing it at first. Stairs feel harder. Carrying groceries feels heavier. Getting up from a chair takes more effort. Balance may feel less secure. Protein is one of the quiet tools that helps protect strength. Elite players may eat chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, lean meats, beans, lentils, tofu, or other high-quality protein sources throughout the day. For a regular person, the goal is not to pile huge portions on the plate. The goal is to include a sensible protein source with meals, especially breakfast and lunch, when many people accidentally eat too little. The problem is muscle loss and slow recovery. The solution is steady protein spread across the day. The benefit is better support for strength, movement, and healthy aging. An everyday example could be adding eggs to breakfast, fish or chicken to lunch, lentils to soup, tofu to a stir-fry, or plain yogurt as a snack. These are not dramatic changes, but they send the body a message. We are still supporting strength. We are still rebuilding. We are still protecting movement. The third secret is hydration, and this one is so simple that many people underestimate it. Footballers lose fluid through sweat, but even people who are not exercising intensely can still become mildly dehydrated. and the signs are often mistaken for something else: fatigue, headache, dry mouth, dizziness, constipation, muscle cramps, poor concentration, or a feeling of heaviness. For older adults, hydration can be especially easy to overlook because the sense of thirst may become less sharp with age. Elite athletes treat hydration as part of performance, not as an afterthought. They drink before they feel completely depleted. They replace fluids after training. They pay attention to hot weather, travel, and long periods of activity. For daily life, this does not mean forcing down excessive amounts of water. It means building a gentle rhythm: a glass of water after waking, water with meals, a bottle nearby during walks, and extra attention when the weather is warm or when you are more active than usual. The problem is that the body cannot function smoothly when it is running low on fluid. The solution is drinking consistently throughout the day. The benefit is better energy, digestion, circulation support, and clearer thinking. Think of your body like a garden. You cannot wait until the plants are completely dry and then expect one splash of water to fix everything instantly. Gentle, regular watering keeps life moving. The fourth secret is recovery meals, because what happens after effort matters as much as what happens before it. After a match or training session, footballers often refuel with a combination of protein and carbohydrates. Protein helps repair muscle, while carbohydrates help restore the energy that was used. This principle can help everyday people too. After a long walk, gardening, cleaning the house, physical work, or a gym session, the body benefits from nourishment instead of being ignored. Many people, especially when trying to be healthier, make the mistake of exercising and then skipping food for too long. Later, they become extremely hungry and reach for whatever is easiest. The problem is poor recovery and rebound cravings. The solution is a balanced recovery meal or snack. The benefit is feeling steadier, less depleted, and better prepared for the next day. An everyday example might be a bowl of soup with beans and vegetables, yogurt with fruit, tuna on whole grain toast, eggs with potatoes and salad, or rice with fish and steamed vegetables. It does not need to look like a sports nutrition plan. It simply needs to tell the body, "You worked today, and now I am helping you recover." The fifth secret is that elite players do not rely on one magic food. There is no single fruit, powder, drink, or supplement that creates a strong body by itself. Their results come from patterns. They eat colorful foods that provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. They include vegetables not because vegetables are exciting, but because they help the body handle stress, support digestion, and protect long-term health. A plate with leafy greens, tomatoes, carrots, peppers, berries, beans, herbs, and olive oil may not look as exciting as a stadium goal, but it is part of the invisible foundation behind energy and recovery. For middle-aged and older adults, colorful foods can be a daily form of protection. The problem is that many meals become too beige, too processed, and too low in fiber. The solution is adding color at least once or twice a day. The benefit is better digestion, more satisfaction, and broader nutrient support. A simple example is adding spinach to eggs, berries to oatmeal, vegetables to soup, sliced tomatoes to lunch, or a side salad with dinner. You do not have to redesign your life. You can simply add one color to the plate. Over time, these small additions become a stronger pattern. The sixth secret is healthy fat, especially for heart, brain, and joint support. Footballers need energy and inflammation control, and many healthy eating patterns include fats from foods like olive oil, nuts, seeds, avocado, and fatty fish. Some people grew up believing all fat is dangerous, but the body needs the right kinds of fat in the right amounts. The problem comes when meals are filled with fried foods, processed snacks, heavy sauces, and low-quality fats too often. The solution is replacing some of those choices with more natural sources of fat. The benefit is more satisfying meals and support for long-term wellness. An everyday example could be using olive oil instead of heavy dressing, eating a few walnuts with fruit, choosing fish a couple of times a week if suitable for you, or adding seeds to yogurt. These small choices help meals feel complete. They also make healthy eating less dry, less strict, and more enjoyable. And that matters, Because a habit you dislike is a habit you may not keep. The seventh secret may surprise you. Sleep is part of nutrition. Elite footballers do not recover only from food. They recover during rest. During deep sleep, the body repairs tissue, balances hormones, supports the immune system, and prepares the brain for the next day. For everyday people, poor sleep can make healthy eating harder. When you sleep badly, cravings often feel louder, motivation feels weaker, and the body may ask for quick energy from sugar or refined snacks. The problem is that many people try to fix tiredness only with food or caffeine, while ignoring sleep. The solution is creating a calmer evening rhythm. The benefit is better recovery, better appetite control, and more stable energy. A simple routine might include a lighter dinner, less late-night snacking, turning screens down earlier, gentle stretching, or preparing breakfast ingredients before bed so the morning feels easier. Football stars may have coaches, chefs, and recovery teams, but the core lesson is human and simple. The body needs rhythm. Fuel it, move it, hydrate it, and let it rest. And finally, the most important secret is consistency over perfection. A footballer does not become strong from one perfect meal, and you will not become healthier from one salad, one smoothie, or one day without sugar. The body responds to what you repeat. If you can build a plate with protein, smart carbohydrates, healthy fats, color, and water most of the time, you are already borrowing the deeper wisdom of elite athletes. Not the extreme version, not the expensive version, but the version that fits real life. Maybe today it begins with breakfast. Maybe tomorrow it is an extra glass of water. Maybe this week it is adding fish, beans, eggs, or yogurt. Maybe it is walking after lunch instead of sitting immediately. The goal is not to become a World Cup star. The goal is to become a stronger, steadier version of yourself. Because every meal is a quiet conversation with your future body. And when you choose food that supports energy, muscle, hydration, recovery, and sleep, you are not just eating healthier. You are giving your body a better chance to move well, age well, and carry you through life with more confidence. But let's pause for a moment, because this is where many people misunderstand the lesson. When we talk about football stars and their diets, it is tempting to imagine expensive meals, private chefs, special powders, strict menus, and perfect discipline every single day. But the real power is much quieter than that. The real power is that they do not wait until the body is already exhausted before they care for it. They prepare before effort. They refuel after effort. They drink before thirst becomes a warning. They protect sleep before fatigue turns into weakness. And this is the rhythm most of us can borrow, even without a stadium, a coach, or a professional meal plan. Think about your own body for a moment. Maybe you are not sprinting across a football field, but you are still using energy every day. You climb stairs, carry groceries, clean the house, work, walk, think, worry, take care of family, and try to keep going even when your body feels tired. That effort deserves support. So instead of asking, "How can I eat like a football star?" ask a better question. How can I help my body recover from the life I actually live? That question changes everything. It turns healthy eating from pressure into care. It turns water from a boring habit into support for your energy. It turns protein from a diet rule into protection for your muscles. It turns sleep from an afterthought into part of your healing. You do not need to copy the extreme routines of elite athletes. You only need to copy their respect for the body. And when you begin to treat your body as something worth preparing, fueling, and restoring, your daily choices start to feel different. A balanced breakfast becomes a quiet promise. A glass of water becomes a small act of protection. A simple walk becomes a message to your muscles that they still matter. A calm bedtime becomes recovery, not weakness. So remember this, the nutrition secrets of football stars are not hidden in one magic meal. They are built from simple habits repeated with purpose. Choose smart carbohydrates for steady energy, lean protein to support muscle, healthy fats for balance, colorful foods for nutrients, and enough water to keep the body moving smoothly. Pair those meals with gentle movement and better sleep, and you begin to create your own version of athletic recovery, one that fits your age, your life, and your needs. Start small. Add one source of protein to breakfast. Replace one sugary snack with fruit and yogurt. Drink one extra glass of water earlier in the day. Add one more color to your dinner plate. Take a short walk after a meal. Go to bed a little more peacefully tonight. These choices may not look dramatic, but they are the kind of choices the body remembers. And over time, the body often responds not with sudden miracles, but with quieter signs. Steadier energy, better digestion, easier movement, fewer crashes, and a stronger sense that you are taking care of yourself. If this message gave you a new way to look at food, save this video and come back to it before your next grocery trip or meal. And in the comments, tell me one small habit you want to borrow from elite footballers. Better protein, smarter carbs, more water, more colorful meals, or better recovery sleep.